hip AB duction and AD duction will both be supine. With AB duction, you want to make sure that that toe stays pointed towards the ceiling as you bring them out, that she's not getting a lot of external rotation. And you're not trying to overly flex the hip, just like 10 degrees or so to get the hip off the table. I'm going to have you slide that way as far as you can. Normal is 45 for AB duction. Fulcrum is going to be the ipsilateral ASIS. Stationary arm is going to be towards the contralateral ASIS. Moving arm is going to be down the midline of the femur towards the patella. So that's another reason why you want to make sure that the leg isn't externally rotating. You want to be able to see that mid patella. So same thing, I'm going to hold at the ipsilateral ASIS just to make sure that I'm not getting some weird like hip hike or roll or anything. This will be a firm end feel. Any pain? Good. That looks to be about 45 degrees. Are we letting them measure with, oh that's foot, never mind. Sorry, I'm thinking of foot. So I preset my Goni at 45. I don't know if you guys can see that in the overhead at all. And then that's where I start to see her knee turn out. So that's where I'm stopping her. And she is at 40, what? Good on A, B. Yes. Okay. So then I'm going to have you firm. Yep, ligament is firm. Okay. For AD, same landmark. So axis is going to be ipsilateral ASIS, stationary arm towards contralateral ASIS, moving arm is going to be towards that midline of the patella. But what I'm going to do here is move her other leg out of the way. I still want to keep it on the table. I don't want to let it drop off the table, otherwise she's going to get some weird hip rotation, some pelvic rotation. So you kind of want to get her as far off. Can you actually move this way a little bit more? Her leg as far out of the way without getting some weird funky pelvic movements. Does that make sense? Yeah. So, oh, sorry, I thought you were raising your hand. So again, stabilizing that ipsilateral ASIS. I'm going to bring her over. I feel firm end feel there. It looks to be about 25 degrees.
What's normal for that one?
It's 30. And I'm watching to make sure she's not getting hip internal rotation, so I'm making sure that patella stays upright. And I'm getting 17.
How much?
17.
Oh, 17.
I'm looking, so with that one, because I start, so you can relax, sorry. Remember when we were talking about with trunk rotation, if you want to start with your ASIS as the stationary arm, that's fine. And that's, sorry, that is what you're doing here. But remember, then you're using the red numbers or you're starting at 90, right? So moving from here to here isn't 65 degrees of abduction, it's 27 or 25 or whatever. Does that make sense? So make sure you know you're comfortable with how you're reading your Goni. I'm starting with the red numbers. I'm going to look at the red numbers for the movement, or I'm starting at 90. I'm going to subtract or add whatever number from 90 based on how I'm moving. Okay, so make sure you're using your Goni the right way.
Based on how this morning has gone, eliminate all math possible.
Yeah, even for me. I'm going to have you lie on your stomach, please.